Make the decoration the center of the celebration. This larger-than-life shamrock is a showstopper, and it's a simple DIY that makes quite the statement. Go big with this little time and few basic supply, cute decoration. Celeste Whitney is here to share all the details. So first of all, welcome back, Celeste. It's so fun to see you again.
It's so fun to see you.
This is so cute. I walked in, and it really is kind of a showstopper.
Yeah.
This is, okay, where did the idea come from? Obviously, we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up. So, but this is, I've never seen something like this before.
I think it came from burnout of trying to decorate so often with whether it's birthday parties or holidays. Yeah. If you decorate with a million little things,
right,
then that's like a hard thing.
Yes.
And lately I've been starting to go bigger.
Go big.
So I have like one big thing in the corner. Does that make sense?
Yeah, do you find going big is just a little bit easier too?
It just catches your eye.
Yeah.
It's easier to put away, you know?
Not as much mess, maybe,
not
perhaps.
lazy, just so smart.
You know, think
right?
smarter, not harder,
yes.
right? Okay,
yes.
Also, I want to bring up the fact that St. Patrick's Day may be a little harder when it comes to decorating as well.
Yeah, and I don't go all out. So I just like to have like one little corner or, you know, on my porch.
Yes, and that's kind of the idea behind this. So the shamrock. So walk me through what you did here. We've got one big shamrock.
Yes, and we've got the giant ones all the way down to like smaller ones.
Okay, so what is it?
So, what I used is this is called EVA foam.
It's foam.
It's foam, so it feels kind of squishy. It's just like a paper. It's sold in sheets like 8 by 11-ish size, just at the craft store or Amazon, of course.
Okay.
It actually can come in like big rolls too, and it can be thicker.
Okay.
And it's the same material you would use if you were making like a superhero muscles costume for your little boy.
The thing is, I look at what you did here with this, and it looks like it would, it's not like it would bend or anything. It looks like it's, but it is bendy.
I'm gonna show you how to do that with a heat gun.
Okay.
You heat it up and then you can form it.
And it molds.
Isn't that the greatest? Yes.
And it stays.
And it stays.
I love this.
It's so nice and so fun. Let me show you first how to paint it.
Okay.
And then we'll heat mold it, and then we'll put it on the stick.
Okay, so you ended up at the craft store. You ended up picking up the foam, and then what kind of paints?
Okay, so I just used regular, just craft store paint. Yes, and I put it in these little things. If I know I'm gonna use a project for a couple days, I just put it in one of these that's like, I can have them all at the same time.
I feel like you could get those at like the dollar store.
Yes, at like the dollar store. I start with every craft project I do, I go to the source, and so I just look at a real shamrock.
Okay.
You know?
Well, yeah, that's what you would do.
Google pictures of a real shamrock rather than Googling
and try to copy
how someone made one, right?
Okay.
And I noticed that it had a lot of yellow around the edges.
And I like that you just basically start with a heart.
I just start with a heart, yep. And then you just kind of like go yellow, and this will lighten as it dries,
sure.
And it'll sort of soak in. And you can see on this side, I already did it. So you just sort of like, you know.
You're gonna fade your way in.
Fade your way down, yellow at the top, yellow at the bottom. Then we move to
the detail of it.
Some little black lines. I did some little black lines, and I made it curvy like this.
So you're giving the veins to it.
Yes, some little veins. And then after we did that, we did some little like white, I did really light green, yellowy. You start at the middle.
And I feel like you can't really go wrong here. So
you cannot go wrong. This part, the messier, the better. And you're kind of following the arch of the heart.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're just kind of blending.
That's what I sort of noticed. If you see on here, like it kind of makes a heart.
Sure.
Out of the little white stuff, and it just kind of all of a sudden looks real.
Yeah, and as it dries, it lightens up, and then you can, one thing I've learned with paint too is even if you got a brush with a little bit of water and then went over it as well, that would fade it in as well.
You can actually wash this off before it dries. Like if you mess up and you think, oh, that's terrible,
that didn't look.
You can literally just sponge it right off.
Okay, and then start
for
over.
a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
so we get our leaf painted. It looks like a heart. We've got our veins on it. Everything's good. Then what?
Yes. And 4 or 3.
Okay.
Like if you notice, 4 is only special when it's rare, right?
Right. And we are rare, so let's.
So I did a lot of 3-leaf clovers as well.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the fun part.
Okay, this is where I asked you. Okay, I thought this is simple, but you have a gun here.
A heat gun. You can use your hair dryer.
A hair dryer would work.
But then it's blowing it, so it's more annoying.
Okay, you want to get heavy duty.
So this is like $15.
Okay.
There's expensive, nice ones, but I use them for crafts, and I need the $15 one.
Turn this baby on. Tell me what you're gonna do.
So I want it to be folded first. And this is a pan, like a cookie sheet. So I first, here, I'll do this. I heat up the middle just a little bit, and so that I can fold it. Okay. Because it first needs to be like have a crease in the middle.
Sure.
And I let that kind of cool, and while it's cooling, or it only takes a second.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna do the curviness, okay? I don't know if there's a proper word for that.
I like curviness.
I'm just sort of drawing a circle, where I think I kind of want it to poke or curve. Just wait, the magic will happen in like 2 seconds.
Whoa.
And then all of a sudden, look how fun that is.
That's so cute.
And it's curvy.
The new
and
phone could curve so cute.
Yeah, and then you can kind of hold it where you want. Like it might be too curvy.
But it looks like a leaf drooping.
Yes, isn't that so different from the flat side?
Yeah, that is.
It is so fun. And the little ones, you can just lay it down and heat it up.
And it'll pop up.
And it'll pop up, yeah. Oh, see, that's weird. But it'll pop up eventually. And you can just...
I did that so fast.
Yeah.
And it stays.
That's so cute. And then you can just fold it.
Yeah, and it stays so well.
It does. It just stays
Okay,
so cute.
then you get a stem on it.
So now the stem, I was like wondering how to do it.
Okay.
Let me take off a big one.
Yeah, you had to get creative with this thing.
Yes. So I put wire, and I was first like hot gluing, and then it can kind of pull off. The hot glue does work really good on this.
Sure.
But so I ended up poking a hole.
Through the center.
Yes, right through the center. Okay, I'll put this back.
Here,
I poke a hole right at the beginning, and then another one at the end, and then it can just like go through.
So you just kind of snaked it through.
I just snaked it through just a little bit, and then so that it didn't fall out, I just did a little S curve in the back. So then it keeps the wire in it, but also it holds it up. Like I can use that wire to make it stay.
I love that. And then you ended up, just show the back here.
Okay.
So we ended up twisting.
Yeah, so I
you
twisted
can see this here.
it.
This just all twists in the back and comes together really nicely here.
Yeah, then I put them all together and I kind of just braided it.
Yeah.
And then I used, these are like balloon sticks that you would get at the dollar store.
Sticking that right in
and
the
I
inside.
just stick it right in. But the beauty of it is when I put them together, how I got them together is I stacked them. Once they all had wire on them, I stack them.
And then
I twist them, and then I can fan them, but that means I can also put it to to store it.
And easy peasy.
Yeah, I can, then they can store flat. They can all kind of
put them in a tub, lay them
down,
and
it's just one little tub.
And then you end up with, what side are they on? Over here. And then you end up with these cute, huge, you can put these on your door, just on both sides of your door.
Yeah, and these are pretty waterproof, so if, it rained on it or whatever.
Adorable. Yeah. These are amazing.
Thank you.
I love that. Especially, like I mentioned, with St. Patrick's Day, I don't know what to do. Yeah. I feel like every other holiday, you have these wonderful, beautiful door decorations.
Yes.
But St. Patrick's Day is kind of left out there hanging.
Yes, and it's kind of a quick one. We sort of move on from it real quick. So just a little pop of some sort of whimsy.
This is adorable. This is a great idea. Okay, Celeste, where do we get more inspiration from you?
Oh, Instagram, 7 Loops.
I love it. Thank you for bringing this idea to us. Super easy, super fun and creative. You could do this with the kids. It would be great.
So fun.